Hello, lovelies. It's Lisa here from Mindful Tarot, and I just felt like doing a weekly reading for June 19th, Father's Day, through to June 26th. Um, I kind of felt like I needed to do something that wasn't Cheimonette Tarot related. I'm still in the midst of my delicious Little Storm Challenge info below. And that deck, Eden Gallanter, is incredible. Cheimonette. It has been whooping my butt for the past couple weeks. Very intense, continually pulling the Queen of Staves, i.e. Wands, and the King of Staves, and the Five of Staves, and yeah, it's all about power. It's all about fire and will and determination and ego death. So it's been pretty intense. So I wanted to do a reading with a very different, equally intense perhaps deck, but always a much sweeter deck. Not that I don't love the Cheimonette Tarot, but it's got some intensity to it. It's got, that's a deck that's really deeply about death and the ego and the limitations of subjectivity and what it means to give up on the fantasies of power and control. And in contrast, you know, this deck very much also about living in a world where we manifest our energies, but, you know, the she are just, well, they're just lovely and embracing in a way that I wanted to get a little taste of that. I wanted a little taste of that this week. I also wanted to share, I've had some wonderful, I'm kind of exploring, I was never much of a crystals person, but I'm finding myself getting more involved in or more interested in that and more drawn to it. And I think it's your fault, all of you, with your beautiful crystals and rocks and your gorgeous the gorgeous spreads you do and the beautiful things you post on Instagram, and you make me lust after everything that you possess, which is probably not the most spiritual quality to be cultivating. But anyway, so one thing I lusted after and recently purchased off of the internet machine from Violet Gray, who I think is in Australia. I'll see if I can, I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or they, but I'll do some kind of post down below. But anyway, she posted on Instagram these, where's the camera? Oh well, these gorgeous fluorite polished eggs. And this one has some green in it, but it's mostly just shades of lavender, and it's just, oh, it feels so nice. And oh, it came all the way, I think she's in Australia, but it came from New Zealand. Could be wrong on everything that I just said, but this is beautiful. It came in this lovely little velveteen pouch. Such a sweet little friend to hang out with. And a local rock shop, I found this really cool aragonite. It's named after the city in Spain, Aragon, and it's a form of, I guess it's a form of quartz. Maybe. I think it might be. Anyway, I can't remember. I just read about it, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got this sort of reddish auburny color to it, and these really cool, you know, the way that it crystals up in, they're not quite, I guess these are beryls, B-E-R-Y-L. I don't know anything about this, but I think it's pretty. And just this really sweet piece of garnet and this nice rock crystal. So this is what sits on my Tarot of the She. Okay, enough chit-chat, enough frivolity. So, as I shuffle messily, thinking about the week to come, and a week that for me, I'm hoping will embody a lot of creative energy. I'm in the middle of a project. I'm going to go to spend a few days on the Oregon coast to work on it. So, which is Oregon coast. The coast is like the most amazing place in the world, basically. Okay, so the week of Father's Day through to the 26th. First card, Maker 4. So the Four of Pentacles, the greedy tree. So a kind of energy of holding and retaining and not wanting to release one's gifts and one's fruits. Second card, Two of Swords, Half Moon Truce. Okay, computer troubles. I had abort, dropped frames just now. The card I had pulled, the last card, was the Hanged Man. So, given that this is a trip to the coast for me, and for anyone else for whom this reading resonates, this week ahead is a time that is about some kind of effort to release or to confront a creative project or an enterprise that's really blocked. So this is what I'm going to the coast to deal with. So the greedy tree, this sort of holding and withholding the light within and not releasing it. Okay, so that kind of, I got it all here. How do I liberate it to the world? The Chariot spread was what I have been using in these weekly readings. So that central card was flanked, get in frame. There we go. Flanked by these two, right? So this kind of ambivalence, right and left, camera, I will figure it out. Okay, the ambivalence of the Two of Swords, right? The sort of being of two minds, being at an impasse. In this context, in the context of the greedy tree, the impasse has to do with what's blocking us creatively in this sort of two-mindedness. I know in my own life what this refers directly to. The Hanged Man, this card of suspension and the potential for a completely different point of view. So, you know, meeting the ways in which we are perennially and typically characteristically blocked, especially that kind of cognitive process where we're tied up in knots, and the Hanged Man, the sort of more spiritual, contemplative suspension. If this is a card of impasse, this is a card of expectation of a kind of patient suspension as a way of accessing a new perspective. So the week ahead, finding a way through our blockages by finding a way to, in the midst of that impasse, turning that that stuckness into an opportunity for contemplative, creative, patient processing, absorbing the full span of what we're feeling, the full ways in which our relationship to the world has been made into a dichotomy where we can't, where we can't see our way out. We keep coming to the same dead end struggles and conflicts. How can that place of dead end actually become a sanctuary for reflection and transformation? The design of the hangman's cord in, I guess it's not even his cord. He's not really hanging from it. And he's not hanging upside down in this deck. But it is the sigil of the she, right? That glyph, that sort of labyrinth type maze. So, suspension being turned into a vortex for creative power. Them's a lot of words. I think the point here is to release and let go. Let ourselves bear fruit. So may you have a blessed week. Me and my Aragonite say so long.